Haircut! Just kidding. I did not get a haircut. Was that believable? Should I have left it tucked in the whole time? I feel like it looked kind of good. You know how people do that? Like they tuck them into sweaters? I don't really know how that works. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lara. I upload every Saturday morning. I do videos on makeup consumerism, ethical consumerism, decluttering and curating your makeup collection, makeup no-buys, makeup empties, all that kind of stuff. So in today's video, I'm discussing all the makeup that I've decluttered and gone through over the past 2 months. Back in 2020, I was doing these videos every single month because I was getting through so much stuff. And I used to think that people watch these videos, they were really interested in makeup empties. But when I split them up, I did one makeup empties video and one makeup decluttering video. The decluttering video did way better. So I think people actually come to these videos for the declutters. This is a surprise to me because I think makeup empties are way more exciting, but whatever. I'm actually going to start with the makeup that I'm decluttering. And once I've gone through all that, I will talk about the makeup empties that I've gone through. I'm very excited to say that I have finished a foundation, a concealer, mascara, a face powder, an eyeshadow, and an eyeliner. So I feel like I finished one of everything on the face this month except for a blush. So that's great. So let's hop into it. If you have watched my recent videos, a couple of these products will look familiar because I did a makeup products on the chopping block where I talked through items that I kind of wanted to get rid of but wasn't sure if I was ready to let go of. It's been a little while since then. I've tried to use these products. I thought more about it and I realized these items have to go. So let's start out with the Naked palette by Urban Decay. This one actually got a lot of comments in that video. A lot of people said like, oh, you should keep it just as a keepsake, sentimental item, or frame it, that kind of thing. So that just goes to show like how beloved this palette is and how important it is to the makeup community. So I thought that was really interesting. With all that being said, I am ready to let it go, quite frankly. I have been using it quite a bit over the past 2 months. I've tried to do quite a few makeup looks with it, but it's not for me. I used to love this palette and I think my tastes have just changed. So I'm ready to let go of it. I have had this for quite a while, but the palette still seems to be performing okay. So I will probably post this on my local Facebook free and for sale group, or I will put it on Buns so that someone can take it if they want. But I will of course give the caveat that I've had this a long time, so use at your own risk kind of thing, so that people who aren't okay with older makeup will stay away. Next, let's move on to other items that I talked about in that video. These are some Revlon Color Stay Cream eyeshadow. So these are really pretty. Theoretically, they're a nice eyeshadow base. I do actually like one of them that I have quite a bit, but the 4 that I've selected to declutter, I just know that I won't get use out of them, and because they are completely new, I think someone else should take them. Again, all of these things I will either pass on to friends or post on Buns or post in my local free items group. This is a gray one. I just don't use grays on my eyes at all. Gray, silver, basically any cool tones, not for me. This is a silver color. I do have a friend who really likes gray eyeshadow, so I think I will ask her first. This is a purple one with sparkle. I don't wear purple on my eyes. I used to love them, not anymore. And this is the one that was in my chopping block video. It is sort of like a white, almost grayish color. I just don't think that I will use it. And it's very similar to the NYX eyeshadow stick, the big one in Milk, and I still have mine, so I don't need 2 of those. Next, this is a similar item. This is the MAC Paint Pot in Fresco Rose. This I actually got in a Buns trade as well. You can see the color there. It is beautiful. I don't have an issue with the product itself. Like, this is exactly what I like, this kind of color, and I actually have another one of these paint pots that is my holy grail eyeshadow primer. But because I got this from Buns, I think that the individual who had it before me had had it quite a while and it had kind of dried up. I was able to revive it and that worked for quite a while, but it basically dried up again, and it's really hard to get any product on there. I really have to like rub it there so you can see the texture in order to get it on my eyelid. This is if I was just like lightly pressing, so it doesn't really show up. And that's kind of the way you want to touch your eyes, right? In order to really get it to perform, I really had to rub it. And I just don't think that that kind of behavior is great for my eyelids. So I decided to part with that despite how pretty that color is. I'll probably depot this, so we'll get rid of the product and put something else into it because I really do love the packaging of the paint pot. That was unfortunate, though I did love it while I had it. I have one more eyeshadow. This is from e.l.f. I'm getting rid of this because I basically have two of these products. I ordered them online and so I couldn't tell how similar they are, but I basically ordered two very, very similar colors, so I just don't need this one. You will see a couple more in the coming months because I have more of these that I'm trying to work through. Next two products are lip products. Now, one of these is disgusting. I think I noticed that it looked like this like a year ago, but I just didn't really feel like getting rid of it, or I was like, I can maybe fix it. But now I am a bit more strict about products I declutter. So take a look at this. It doesn't smell terrible, actually, but it looks like there's some creature on there. I mean, that is disgusting. And it's too bad because I really did like this lipstick. Like, this was a really good red on me. This was Stoplight Red from, I feel like it was Wet n Wild, but it actually doesn't say on here. I really did like that. So that's kind of too bad, but absolutely no way am I going to put that anywhere near my face. The next is a ColourPop lipstick. This was a present. I asked my friend for my birthday to get some ColourPop lip products. This was one of 4 she got me. This is in the color Beeper. I think this is one of the more popular colors and I really do like it, but it smells off, which is kind of strange because I got all 4 of them at the same time and the other 3 are perfectly fine. It might be because this is the one that I used the most. So, you know, taking it out and putting it back in made it go bad the quickest, but it still performs the same as it ever does. It just doesn't smell good. So decided to get rid of that. Sometimes I'm okay with things that smell like a little bit off, but don't feel that way about lip products. Last makeup product, this is the NYC automatic eyeliner pencil. I actually had a couple of these a few months back that I found. I think I found like a blue one and a green one, and I just got rid of them immediately because I don't use those colors. This one I kept, but can you see that? The item entirely fell out, I think because it dried up. No, I'm not gonna swatch this. I just don't want that touching my hand. I've had this a long time, so it's bad anyways. The last product that I'm decluttering is a hair product. This is supposed to be a dry shampoo. It says Finesse Keratin Protein. I don't actually know what brand this is. It's probably found at like Dollarama or something. This didn't work on me at all. I have very, very oily hair, and so if I want it to look good for longer than 24 hours, then I do have to use dry shampoo. I think maybe some people use dry shampoo just to like give their hair more body or volume or something like that. Not for me. I need it to reduce the oils in my hair, and this did not do that whatsoever. So somebody else who uses it just for volume might like this just fine. There's a lot left. It's probably 90% full, but does not work for me whatsoever. And then finally, I'm also decluttering this is what happens. You see, this is broken. I'm decluttering a lipstick. There we go. Oh, it's all like sticky. This is a hot pink. You know how I feel about hot pinks. Not for me. Also, because the packaging is broken, I've decided to get rid of it. I do think it's a pretty sleek package. I like the way it looks. It's by the brand Hikari. I don't know if that's how you say it. And I don't have anything else by this brand. But I need to stop trying to make hot pinks work on me. They're not going to work. So those are all of the products that I'm decluttering. But let's move on to the part of the video that I think is the most exciting, the empties. I have a very healthy number of empties this month. I'm super proud. Got a foundation, powder. Let's hop into it. All right, my camera's about to die, so we're gonna see if we can finish filming this video before it does. Let's start with the big ticket items. Let's start with foundation. I've been teasing this for a little while. This is the Rimmel Wake Me Up foundation. I've had this a long time, and it's actually one of the foundations that I liked more. I feel like I have a lot of foundations that I've used in the past that I haven't liked. I did quite like this, but I just had it a while. I was happy to get through it. This is the only foundation, for the most part, that I'd been using since I finished my Revlon foundation back in September or August. This was probably like half gone before that. So happy to have finished it. I've now moved on to a Tarte foundation. I actually did a Shop My Stash recently, so you can see what I have replaced all of these products with. Next, let's talk concealer. This is a Yves Saint Laurent concealer. I got this from a Bun Street as well, and I feel like this had about half left when I got it because it didn't take too long to finish. I think I got this in November and I was using it almost every day. Nothing more coming out of it. I liked it. Would I repurchase it again? It's not cruelty free, so I wouldn't, but I did enjoy it. Let's talk eyeliner. Look at that. This is the NYX eyeliner. Oh, I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to get it out of there in the color Cafe. Ah, there we go. No more eyeliner. Very happy to have finished this, although I use brown eyeliner most days. I don't like black eyeliner on an everyday basis, but I love brown eyeliner, and I've tried to find other ones in my collection to use instead of this, and I just don't have anything that I like nearly as much as this, so that's kind of too bad, but what can you do? I felt like I had to finish it. I was so close to the end. Mascara. This is from Clinique. This is the High Impact Curling Mascara. This is a brown mascara. I think it's the only brown one that I have, and there is a bit of product left, but for the most part this seemed super dried out, and also because it's brown I don't love the way that it looks on my lashes, and mascara is the department that I have the most of out of anything in my collection, so I could definitely afford to get rid of the products that I don't like as much or don't look as good. The next big ticket item is this setting powder from KVD Beauty. This was a Sephora gift a couple of years ago, and I really didn't like how this worked. I think part of it is the packaging. When I use loose setting powder like this, I tap out some of it into the cap and then I use my brush to swirl it around, but because this cap is so little, it was so difficult to swirl my brush around in it. It basically meant that like little pieces of setting powder would get placed in certain areas on my brush, if that makes sense. Like it wasn't evenly distributed, so it was just really hard to blend out on my face. I also didn't feel like this stopped me from getting oily. I have very oily skin, so this was a fail for me, but it was a sample, so I didn't mind using it up. It didn't take a very long time, and also this was in it. Another thing that I've mentioned is it was super similar to my e.l.f. eyeshadow. Very, very similar, which I thought boded ill of this one because the packaging was so similar despite this being a high-end product. So this is the e.l.f. Mineral Eyeshadow in the color Innocent. This was a bit too cool toned. Like this didn't really fully work on me because it was an opaque white and there's not really places on my face that I can use an opaque white. I would use it all over the lid to set my eyelid primer or on the brow bone, but I would always have to use something else in tandem with it because opaque white is just not a great eyeshadow color for me. We're almost done. Those are the big exciting items. Let's move on to sort of body care. So I have finished a couple of perfume samples this month. This was C by Chloe, and then also this one by Inu. Don't know what that is, but I have a ton of perfume samples and I'm actually on my last one right now, which is kind of a big deal because I don't even remember how many I had at the beginning. I never thought I'd be able to finish them all. But here we are, I'm doing it. Next, this is a hair product. This is a dry shampoo. This worked far better than that other dry shampoo I shared as one of my declutters because this actually got rid of the oil in my hair. So I used it all up. When I first tried this, I didn't like it and I stopped using it entirely. My favorites are the Batiste one and Herbal Essences. But when I went back to this to see if I should get rid of it, I realized this is actually a great product. I don't know why I stopped using it. Don't know where this is from. So probably wouldn't repurchase it just because of that. And it's probably also not cruelty free, but I thought that this worked fantastically. The next are a couple of hair masks. I really didn't like either of these, but I used them up. I have so many hair products and hair conditioners, and those are actually taking really long to get through because I don't wash my hair too frequently, so I don't have much opportunity to use hair conditioners. Don't recommend these. Also, they're probably from the 80s. Lastly, this is a bio oil. I think bio oil has been a thing for a long time. I used to use it back in like high school. I think my mom had it and I thought it was good for like decreasing fine lines and all that. But I was actually using this as an eyeshadow remover, like a makeup remover for the past little while, which it worked pretty well as. Camera died, but we back. as I was saying, I can't even remember, what were these supposed to reduce? Stretch marks, I think that's what it was. So I did use it like in high school, I think, and really didn't find that it made too much of a difference. But I didn't actually have any makeup remover for quite a while after I finished my last one. So I tried this as makeup remover and it worked, but it was a bit too oily. I don't love putting oils on my face just because my face is already so oily. So not a favorite, wouldn't repurchase again, but it worked, you know, making do with what you have. All right, I think, yeah, that's everything. That is everything that I finished over the past 2 months. That is everything that I decluttered over the past 2 months. I feel like this is the best that I've done in a while, and I probably could have split this up into 2 different videos, but I have quite a bit of content planned for the next little while, so I didn't think I would be able to squeeze it in. I'm happy to have finished all this stuff. Again, I won't be finishing a foundation anytime soon. Concealer, mascara, eyeliner, face powder, or eyeshadow. So somehow finished all these items in one fell swoop. Really happy about it. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. In the comments below, let me know if you like declutters or makeup empties better. Like, what is your favorite part of a video? Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I upload every Saturday, so be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I will talk to you next time. Bye-bye.